Hello and welcome. Today we're going to take a look around the Walt Disney store, which is actually located in a brand new terminal building at one of the airports in Florida. Now this thing is absolutely massive. There's something for everybody with regards to exclusive toys, all the different clothing and everything from all of the other theme parks. But at the time of this being filmed, the terminal was still just being finished with regards to the shops and things just opening up. So this could not have been open a couple of weeks. So when I was here, it was absolutely brand new. That's why there's hardly anybody walking around whatsoever. So I had the whole thing to myself. But I would imagine now for this summer coming, it's going to be a lot more busy. So if you have been in the 2023 season, then obviously please do let me know. Let me know what you think. Is it still neat, tidy, and everything looking nice within the whole terminal building? But they do have a Universal store, which the video's already been uploaded. There's a Sea Life Centre over this way as well. They've got all sorts of other weird and wonderful things with sort of imagination stuff all dotted around the actual terminal. So it is a good thing to go and explore. But what we are going to do today is actually take a look at everything that was available from the different Disney theme parks in Florida. And obviously you've got this massive castle as well. So in the comments, let us know if you are a Disney fan. Let me know if you actually have been to any of the parks in Florida. And if you have, did you pick anything up? Did you just want to get some of the little toys? Did you want to get some of the t-shirts, the hats? Obviously, did you get some ears and things like that? But you can see there is something for everybody with regards to t-shirts, hats, cups, mugs, and everything else that's in between. And obviously you've got the full price point of everything as well. So as we'll go around, we'll spot the bits and pieces together. Some of it will be for their anniversary because the parks at the time of me being here, I think we're going to be getting close to celebrating their 100th year for one of them in Florida as well. So the castle had just been repainted and all of that was back on show. But as you go through section to section, you can see that you've got all the different characters and how all the different things sort of link to either some of the rides or just some of the movies as well. So this is very much a case of it's a last ditch effort if you did forget to pick anything up, or if you just wanted a few gifts and you didn't want to carry it around with you at the theme park and you know that you're coming from this terminal, then you're absolutely laughing with regards to the Universal store that you can see directly behind. That's on 2 stories as well. That thing is enormous. And this, you've got everything with all the water cups, you've got the plastic mugs, anything. So you shouldn't get damaged. Obviously, when you're traveling through, if you've got a hard shell case, you're going to be putting that in the plane. You'll be fine getting all these ears, all the different sort of tops and jackets. There's plenty of selection for the big ones, small ones, male and female, and everything like that. So, again, sport for choice with all the merchandise. I see a lot of people were just walking around the ears or picking up like little bags and things. But there is something for everybody. It's not my thing. I did not get a single thing from this store whatsoever. I went to the Disney park when I was there, but I have no intention of picking anything up. But it is nice to walk around and see, and obviously everybody really enjoying everything. But what they do have, obviously they've got Galaxy's Edge here, which is a different theme park, so that graphic looked absolutely amazing. They have got that actually on the outside of the shop as well, and they've got these huge LCD or LED displays, shall we say now, where they just flip between all the different theme parks, and some of the other theme parks do look absolutely fantastic. So if I was to go back, I would like to see that, because I just went to the normal Disney place, so it is slightly different. Obviously what's in each park is something completely different, but here you go, you can skip down to sort of where all the dolls are. You've got the Moana and everything like that, and then you've got a good selection of sort of different merchandise for the little ones and the big ones, and I do believe some of these will be exclusives to the actual theme parks only. So you won't be able to buy these online, you won't be able to buy these in the shops. You have to physically go to the theme park and pick them up. Some of them are a very big collector's item. I think it's this pack just here, are both of them are the exclusives to where we were. So the fact that if you forgot to pick them up from the actual theme park, at least you know that they are available. But that was $50, and obviously they would imagine they'd be selling on the second-hand market for a lot more than that, because if you think of the price of the ticket, people picking up 1 or 2 of these and then selling them back on, it's cheaper, I suppose, for you getting it that way than it is having to go all the way over here to then try and fly back out. And obviously the park entrance is like $130 as well, so you start adding all of that up, it's one of those, isn't it? But you can see they've got all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. You've got the nice cool little bags in the top left. Obviously at the time you got all the Mandalorian stuff as well, so they were really starting to throw all those bits and pieces out. I think you've got lots of other sort of just random t-shirts, pajamas. The Star Wars stuff, as you can imagine, was very, very popular within this section, and it just wraps around. So the store is big. We haven't hit the full one side yet. We sort of wrap around, get to one of the doors, and then we start coming back up on ourselves, and then we'll get close to the till. So there, it's like a big horseshoe shape. So you've got one way in, one way out. So just there, look to my left now, That is the opposite way in, and that will take you to some of the other stores on the other side of the airport. So you can almost use a Disney store as a cut through because this terminal is absolutely enormous. And like I said, hardly anything was open at the time, but all the eateries and everything was sort of all been, all the cling film and everything was taken off everything. So it's going to be a very impressive place if I ever go back there again, just to have a look around and just see how much it's changed. And everything's just on a massive scale with regards to space. So you've got plenty of space just to walk around. But you can see you've got Buzz, you've got a lot of Toy Story stuff, you've got a lot of Pixar things. But we're right at the opposite entrance to where we've come in. So that is basically the full half horseshoe of it. But you can see these are the bags. These are really, really popular everywhere. They had these in Universal as well, sort of that leathery type feel, where some of them were on like hinges. They were really nice sizes. You saw loads and loads of people walking around with them. Good size for your phone, your wallet, and obviously just maybe one or two smaller things rolled up in there, but obviously they're not the biggest thing at the same time. But then if it's keeping your park ticket safe, so I would imagine they'd have inner zips and things, then obviously that's absolutely perfect. You can see you've got the lightsabers and things down there. As we pan up and we're having a look at just some other tops, that thing that says choose your path, and then you've got some more Star Wars t-shirts with everybody on. I think what I'm doing currently is actually waiting for people to move, because I didn't want to miss anything, because I was going to walk straight back through and then go off to film the next shop. Because when I got into this bit and just sat down, I thought I had an hour or two to kill before I got on the plane. I didn't realise all of this was here, because I don't think these are in the other terminals, and I know the other terminals are huge as well. But all of these, like I said, literally just opened, because if you were to walk down in a straight line just there, it's literally just like a dead end, and it's all boarded over still, where you can hear people doing construction work. So I would imagine it'll be a lot bigger now than when I was there. So again, if you can let us know if you've been, let me know what you think. So you've got some other bits and pieces. Obviously this was a bit of a bust, I think. I don't think the film did very well, so I don't know how well the toys and clothes and merchandise sold. Obviously Toy Story is extremely popular, but I don't know how well the Lightyear stuff sold. But again, it is what it is. Some things go really well, some things don't so much. So either they might not be there anymore, they might be replaced with just something completely different, because as you can imagine, they can easily rotate the stock around just with how close they are. But at the moment, we're seeing all the different franchises. So you've got the Monsters and the Monsters University. They're a cool little pack, and I would imagine they would be an exclusive 4 set as well. As we come through and wrap it round, you've got the bigger toys with all like the spoon and other bits and pieces. And you've got the Fear Me t-shirt from Toy Story. Then as we come up, you then got some random biscuits. So you've got the 50th year for one of them. I said 100th year, but I might be getting that mixed up with something else. So you've got the 50th anniversary for one of the parks. What park that would be? I think that is the main Disney park, because obviously that was the first one to open up. Because when you were walking around the park, all of the food and drinks had the year on, and it had it all on like the big Coke bottles and things like that as well. So, but yes, you can see it's $7. Don't forget it's plus tax over in the States, just for a very small pack of sweets for you to get on the plane. So you got to be careful, because it's still expensive. And this was the time I went over where the pound was crumbling against the dollar. Bit different now, so it's not as bad. But over there, they would have been almost like £10 at that point just to pick up some sweets. Whereas normally in the normal local shops, they're about £1, £1.50. So you're paying nearly £9 more for just having the privilege of getting them from the Disney store. And then the sensational exchange rate that we had at this time being filmed. So you can see you've got a lot of jewellery there just around by the till, and now having a better look at this castle. I thought this was quite a cool display. So it was the 50th, not the 90th or 100 that I made up at the start of this video. So they've repainted the castle. So the castle has actually changed colour. So if you do go to the main Walt Disney Park now, you will see that the castle is slightly changed. It's had scaffolding around it for a good amount of time. And obviously the Lego set that they had out, they've taken that off. And I would imagine they might re-release that castle with the new colour. But as you come through, there's a lot of sort of random stuff that's got 50th year on as well. It's things that I would never consider, but they've kind of thought of absolutely everything. And I was there before the Christmas period, so they do have like a little Christmas section. I would imagine that'd be like their seasonal stand, or that'll change for Halloween, that'll change for the summer. So you just dread to think how big their stock room is if they've got this amount of stuff in an airport shop. But I think it's very, very well stocked. But guys and girls, I'm slowly starting to run out of time. So if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. There is a full playlist available of all non-Lego related bits and pieces. We've got different bits of accommodation. We've got all the hotels where I stayed at where they were linked with another Lego trip. So for example, like Legoland Florida and things like that. And then we've got all of the airport bits and pieces and all the travel side of it. And if you're into your Lego side of stuff and you just happen to be watching this, there are multiple playlists available from all around the world, Dubai, Billund, Windsor, and further afield, of all the different parks, how you get there, and all the accommodation bits. But you can see now with a full pan, with nobody there, I don't think I'd ever be able to do that again now, as I can imagine this store be absolutely heaving, just like the UK stores. I'm going to leave you with these cool displays. You can see this is just on the side of the Disney store, and it just flicks around. I think it looks so impressive. You can literally just sit on the bench, and it has got a little bit of noise as well. So obviously I've taken all the noise off, but you can see it just flips around and rotates around the different parks, and it's just a very, very good selling tool. But look at the size of the screen. It is huge. But that is it. I am done. So guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you next one. Ta-da.